Good day everyone, Cas here, and yesterday we got the biggest news we've had in a long time for the entire VR industry. Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg somewhat casually dropped a bombshell that Meta is opening up its Quest store and operating system to third-party headset makers. Asus, Lenovo, and Xbox are already on board planning to create custom VR headsets that will run on what's now being called Meta Horizon OS. This is massive and could change everything, so I wanted to talk about it. Let's dive into what this means for everyone involved, from gamers like us to the big companies jumping into VR, but do keep in mind that a lot of my thoughts are still based on speculation because there's still some things unknown. But what's changing exactly? First up, the Quest store is getting a new name and becoming more open. Meta plans to ditch the less known App Lab in favor of a more inclusive store. This means an easier way for more developers to bring their games and apps directly to you. We'll dive deeper into this later in this video. Let's start with the biggest announcement: the transformation of Quest's operating system into Meta Horizon OS. Meta is making it possible for other device makers to craft their own headsets that can run their OS. It's a strategic pivot towards a more collaborative ecosystem, much like Android's approach with smartphones. And they've already confirmed the support from 3 major brands: Asus, Lenovo, and Xbox. Asus is going to make a high-performance gaming headset under its Republic of Gamers brand. I'm super interested in hearing more about that one. Lenovo plans to blend mixed reality tech into devices custom-made for productivity and entertainment. And Xbox is teaming up with Meta to release a special edition Quest headset. The concept image we've seen suggests it will be a unique version of the Quest 3, and it will come with an Xbox controller right in the box. I think this is likely built on their previous collaboration, which brought Xbox Cloud Gaming to the Meta Quest headsets, which was the feature that allows players to enjoy games on a 2D virtual screen in VR and MR. Meta also mentioned that all these new devices will benefit from their ongoing partnership with Qualcomm, the company that makes the Snapdragon XR processors, which work really well with Meta software and hardware. This means the new devices can also leverage the benefits of these advanced chips and software enhancements. Now, we haven't actually seen these headsets yet, just some images of what these might look like, and in the video, Mr. Zug said it could be a while, maybe a few years, before these headsets are ready to buy. But this is still really important news. It shows that Meta is changing the way it handles its technology, aiming to be more open and flexible like Android, unlike Apple's more closed system with iOS and Apple Vision Pro. So Meta Horizon OS will be used across all these new headsets, and that means they can all use the cool XR technology Meta has developed, like the advanced inside-out tracking, the mixed reality that can understand your play space, the local multiplayer features, and more. Plus, most importantly, they can access Meta's leading collection of VR games and apps. Yes, all headsets that run this OS will also let you use the same social features, so the same account, avatar, and friends lists no matter which headset you pick. This could be the beginning of what they call an open metaverse, where you can bring all your digital belongings across different devices easily. You will still need a Meta account to use these headsets, and they will have a sticker saying "Built with Meta Horizon OS." You will also use the same app that Meta Quest owners use now, except it will now be renamed to Meta Horizon app. So I have some questions here. How open is it really going to be? Meta's strategy here is a lot like what Google did with Android. Google allowed various phone makers to use Android, which led to many different kinds of smartphones. This variety made it easier for app developers to get involved and helped Google become a big name in the smartphone world. I guess Meta is hoping to do something similar with VR. By allowing more companies to use its software, we might see a wide range of VR devices designed for different needs in the future. Imagine having multiple options for different things, like an extremely lightweight headset just for work, or one with super sharp OLED screens for watching movies in your bedroom, and perhaps a gaming-focused headset that works with all kinds of controllers. I mean, not everyone wants a headset that tries to do everything, because usually that means it's not perfect at anything. Having different types of headsets could get more people interested in getting VR. Funny enough, this change also seems to be Meta's answer to something called Android XR, which is rumored to be announced by Google at their annual developer event in just a few weeks. It's interesting because a while back there were rumors that Google wanted Meta to switch to using Android XR instead of their own system, but Meta said no, and now it looks like Meta might be beating them to it, which is funny because the software Meta is using is actually based on Android. Now, all of this might take a while for us to see the full impact, but one thing that will affect us much sooner is the renaming of the MetaQuest store to Meta Horizon Store and the plan to make it more open. The Quest name will still be around, by the way, as Meta will continue to use it for their own headsets, and they affirm that they will keep making new Quest headsets. But right now, the Quest store only lets in games and apps that Meta specifically approves, and many developers have complained how subjective this selection was. Because of that, a lot of great apps were released on App Lab instead, which was like a hidden store where you can get games, but only if you know the exact name or have a direct link to the app. A lot of people criticized this approach. Some liked it as it kept out a lot of low quality apps, but this also made it really hard for indie developers to get more unique apps in front of people who might actually like them. So here's what's changing. First, App Lab will be better integrated into the Horizon store, making it easier for Quest users to find a wider variety of apps. In the future, there will be a second phase where App Lab will completely disappear and become part of the main store, which will have more relaxed rules like App Lab currently does. However, Meta says all apps in the store will still have to meet basic standards for how they work, what content they have, and how they handle your privacy. But they won't be turned away just because someone might not like them or think that they're not good enough anymore. The Horizon store taking a more open approach is exciting, especially for independent XR developers who have struggled to get their apps noticed. I'm happy that Meta is finally making good on their promise to be an open alternative to Apple Vision Pro. But the risk I could see here is that it might make it harder to find great existing apps, as new ones might flood in, like what I feel like is happening on the Android Play Store. But on the flip side, more competition in software could also lead to even better content. Meta also said that they are working on a new spatial app framework that should make it easier for app creators to make mixed reality experiences. Developers who are interested can sign up to start using this tool here. I'll link it below. Now, to conclude, I think this is some of the most exciting news we've heard in VR for a while. This move could really shake things up in VR, especially since Meta's VR software is already quite advanced. I could even say it's the most advanced in the VR standalone market. With more companies working together, the technology could improve even faster. But there are still some big questions hanging in the air. For instance, we don't know how open Meta's system will actually be. Like, it's unclear if any company will be able to use Meta Horizon OS or just a select few. Also, while we might get to create and use our own avatars across different platforms, it's not clear yet if we'll be stuck with only what Meta provides. Whether we get this freedom to do what we want is, in my opinion, a big deal for a true open metaverse. There's also another Risk, I would say, that the market could become overcrowded with too many different types of VR headsets, making it tough for developers to ensure their games and apps work across all devices. And with Meta's headsets being cheaper due to subsidies, other companies might not find it worth it because they might find it hard to make a profit. So while the idea of a more open VR ecosystem is promising, and I truly applaud Meta for finally doing this, the reality might just be a bit more complicated. We'll need to wait and see how this unfolds and what it really means for the future of VR. I mean, there's a lot of potential unanswered questions, but I am excited to see where this brings us. I don't know, but I keep falling in love with this industry all over again even after 7 years, now with Meta Horizon OS, Apple Vision, and the upcoming Android XR. So what do you think? Are we on the brink of a VR revolution, and where do you think we're all headed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. But first, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all things XR. And I'm just going to leave you with this meme. Meta seems to be mellowing out with age.